In example 2, we are going to graph an ellipse that's centered at the origin, which is 0, 0. If you take a look at the ellipse, we have 16x squared plus 9y squared equal to 144. We need to get it in that standard form before we can graph it. And because we don't have an x term or a y term, there's no completing the square in this problem. So in order to get our x squared and our y squared by itself, we need to set it equal to 1. So if we take a look at our formulas at the top, both of these ellipses are set equal to 1, no matter which equation you have. So we want to be able to do that. So if I go back to our problem in example 2, I'm going to start by dividing both sides by 144 in order to get that 1 that I want on that right-hand side. And then if I look to divide, 16 divided by 144 is going to leave me with 1 over 9. So I end up with x squared over 9 plus 9 divided by 144 is going to leave me with 1 over 16. So I get y squared over 16 equal to 1. And then if I want to graph it, again, the first thing I need in order to graph is I need my center. Because I'm not adding or subtracting anything to my x's or my y's, my center is just going to be that point 0, 0. And then I need my major axis and my minor axis. So the first thing I need to take a look at is where my bigger number is, 9 versus the 16. 16 is bigger than 9, so I'm going to take a look at my equations up on the top. And if I have the bigger number, remember a has to be bigger, underneath the y, which I have, then I'm going to be looking at my major axis, this time being vertical. And then again, it's a distance of 2 times the a value, which is going to be the square root of the number underneath here. So if we scroll back up, I'm going to get my major axis. And remember, my major axis in this case is going to be vertical because my middle number, or my bigger number, is underneath the y. And then that's going to be a distance of 2 times my a value. Remember, the a value is coming from the square root of this number here, which would be 4. So it's 2 times 4, or a distance of 8. And then I also have to find my minor axis. So I'm going to do that over here. My minor axis in this case is going to be my horizontal axis. And that's going to be 2 times my b value. And my b value is going to be coming from what's underneath the x in this case, which is the square root of 9, or 3. So 2 times 3, which is a distance of 6. If I go to graph this, I'm going to start at my center. This time my center is at 0, 0. And my major axis is my vertical axis, and it's a length of 8, which means from my center, I'm going to go up 4, and I'm going to go down 4 to plot those points. And then my minor axis, which is my horizontal axis, left to right, has a distance of 6. So I'm going to be going 3 to the right and 3 to the left. And then I'm going to draw in my ellipse. Again, it should be rounded as I go through it, and do the best that you can. If you have questions on this, let me know. Otherwise, you can move on to example 3.